Hey friends, Pastor Jonathan here. Fresh off another great conversation in our CTC group last night. One of the questions that we talked about is, why is it that God directs us to fix our eyes on unseen things that last forever? So the eternal stuff. And there's kind of a follow-up question: is there anything specific that is an unseen eternal thing that's helped encourage you? And when I think about that question for myself, my perspective there really changed last year. Heaven, the idea of heaven, was always something that I looked forward to, right? You have this sort of general knowledge of what it is, and yes, that all believers are headed there after death, and it's going to be this great place. But it's very difficult to look forward to something or to fix our eyes on something that's unseen, that's eternal, that we don't have a really good working knowledge of. You know what I mean by that? It's hard to envision it. It's hard to sort of picture what it looks like. So if you can't do that, how can you hope in something like that? And so my perspective really changed last year when I preached a sermon series on the topic of heaven, because it really forced me into study, right? I had to find out more about the topic if I was going to preach it. Now, that's not something that is, right, study and learning, that's not something that is unique to a pastor, right? Anybody can do that. And my point is, if in fact heaven is something that we set our eyes on, right, we fix our gaze on, we know we're going there, it is so much easier to hope in that if we have a really solid working knowledge of what it is, what it'll be like, you know, what we'll experience there. Those questions can be mysterious, but are not left completely untalked about in Scripture. There's so much we can learn. There's some great resources as well. The book Heaven by Randy Alcorn is just an encyclopedia on heaven with so many great topics of conversation and points of interest. And then the book All Things New by John Eldredge, another just terrific look, not only at heaven, but at the new earth, which is something that I think about quite often and has really changed my perspective in terms of facing difficult stuff, knowing that we have the hope of a new heaven and a new earth that lies before us. So encourage you to continue the conversation. Join a group if you haven't already by going to the website, just clicking on groups. Thanks for listening. Talk soon.